G'day. In this video we're going to keep looking at how Canvas collections can help improve Canvas course site design by transforming modules by adding different capabilities. A previous video looked at how we could add some structure and make some improvements. In this video we're going to move on and how we can complement that structure by adding some visuals. In particular, what we're going to do is that for a couple of the collections that we've defined in a course, we're going to select a representation, which is how we can add some more visual representations, visuals of the modules in that particular collection. And then we're going to demonstrate how we can change that representation at any time, very quickly, very easily. And the whole idea is to move beyond just this chain of folders, as in Windows 95, to move on to a more graphical view of the modules page in a way that aligns with your intent, with your course design. So just quickly, we're going to revisit how this is a standard Canvas modules page. It is just a collection of folders. It is one long linear list. Now, in the last video, we examined how we could actually add some structure to that by identifying some collections. And so we've got the 4 collections we've got here, and each of those collections has a subset of the modules for this course that have been added, but it is still not a very visual look and feel. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some representations to a couple of these collections. Now to do that, I'm going to leave Student View. Now as a staff member, I've now got this collections element appearing at the top here, and I can use that to make some changes to collections. So I'm going to turn editing on first. And then what I can do is I can have this little drop down box and I can change some things for different collections. And in particular, I'm going to change the representation. Now at the moment, this particular collection is using the collections only representation. So there's no collection, no representation basically. So I hit the drop down box and you can see at the moment there are only 3 representations available. One of them doesn't do anything. The whole idea is that we can add more as we go along. These are the ones we've got at the moment. So let's add in the cards. And you can see in the background there some things have changed. So let me just get rid of this thing so we can see. What we can see here is that now each module that's here has been added, been represented by a card. Now it's still not a very complete card because we haven't provided some images and a few other bits and pieces, but you can start to see that there is a more visual representation being added here. So another thing we can do is we can change that representation. If we don't like the cards, we can change to the other one, assessment table. And so that representation changes immediately. The visual is not connected tightly to what's in the thing. Any of the different representations can represent these modules in different ways, and you can change between them flexibly as you want. We can change the representation for the What collection. We can make him go to Griffith Cards. And so if I come to What, we'll now see some cards here. And you can see I've configured this a little bit beforehand, and we've got some of the visuals starting to creep through. But we'll go into more detail on those visuals in adding in that data, that context, in a subsequent video. So in summary, what we've shown there is just how you can select a representation for each collection to add some visuals. And you can change the representation at any time. And then we can also hopefully develop some more representations so we can add more visuals and improve your course site design even further.